recording for anybody who's not here. And I want to welcome you all. It looks like we've got a round number, 50 people on our call tonight. The first call of the new year. Happy 2016. This is our first Team Engage call for 2016. So hopefully we'll have a lot of great speakers for you this year. I'd like to bring back some of the ones that we had last year. Try to get Melanie Mitro back on and some of the other coaches, and you can hear from them again and see where they're at in their business. Plus get some new ones on. But I thought I would start the year with hearing from me and some of our other leaders on the team. And we're going to talk about goals and vision, and you probably seen other calls that maybe have been going on. Andrea Crowder had one on goals and vision. I'm sure Carl talked about that on the Surge for you guys that was on the Surge. But yeah, we're going to talk about it ourselves, and we're going to share our goals with you and our vision for the team and our vision for our coaching personal businesses as well. So hopefully that'll be interesting to you guys. I'm also going to review where we've come over the last year, and I'm going to recognize people who have rank advanced and stuff. So hopefully everybody's on the call for that as well. Just a couple of announcements. If you haven't watched the Surge yet, please watch it, because it talks about things like the Success Club trip, which is coming up in 2017. So it will be in Punta Cana, and I posted about it today. There's actually 2 dates, and I gave all the registration dates, and it's very important that you all try to register for it. And keep in mind that you can get the trip paid for just by hitting Success Club, right? So for every Success Club point that you earn, you'll get $10 towards your trip. And in January, they're going to double that. So you get $20 towards your trip. So, if you blow it out of the water in January, like Sarah Brett, you're going to get like half your trip paid for it. I recommend going ahead and signing up. I mean, I think it was a $300 non-refundable deposit. So, if you've got the $300, I would recommend signing up, trying to get, registered as soon as possible, because there's only 7,000 spots. There's 400,000 coaches. Of course, not everybody's going to try to get on the trip, but there is going, most people won't get on. There'll be a wait list just like this year and every other year. And then you could get off the wait list by earning enough Success Club points through the year. So yeah, anyway, that's enough about that. If you have questions, just post them on that thread and we'll get back to you guys. All right, there's some chats going on. If there's a question, just somebody speak up. I'm not going to read them. So let me start with, we're sharing my screen here. One second. PowerPoint. Share. Okay, can you guys see that? I will go full screen. You're good? David, you can see that? Okay. All right. So first thing I want to do is review, what we've done over the past year. So as a team, our team has grown. I don't know if anybody was on the call last January, the team call. I said I wanted to double the number of coaches that we had on our team. And at the time, we had about 1,250. So we needed to get to 2,400 or 2,500 to double that. Well, we came pretty close. We were on a great trajectory, come about September, and then we ran into a brick wall as a team. So you could kind of see we hit a glass ceiling. Now, obviously, that's because everything slows down in September, and we kind of just maintained, you can see the status quo. We had coaches quit, and, we were adding coaches, but we never got ahead. But now the time is January. It's a fresh year. We're going to see our numbers take off again. So one of my goals, no surprise, is I want to double our team size again this year. So I want to go from 2,000 up to 4,000. So that's one of my goals. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I mean, we're building this team together. It's not me, it's us. So, I hope you guys want to, build this team, bring in as many people as possible, because that's how your volume's going to grow. That's how your team's going to grow. That's how your rank's going to grow. And, we need that lifeblood as a team. So let's see. The next one is our volume. Now, our volume, you can see up at the top there, I have my ATV. You could see last year it was 1.3 million. This year is about 1.6 million. I think that's about a 25% growth. And then you could see the breakdown there of left leg versus right leg. We've had a huge spike in December. Now, if we could, get back to there, that would be amazing. But, one of the goals for this year is to, double our team volume. And I'm sure that would benefit everyone on the team. So that's definitely one of my goals. Okay, so new team initiatives. I don't know if you guys saw the post that I did on that this week, last week maybe. But we did a lot as a team. One of my goals this year was just focused on our team, because this was the first year that I went full time. So I was able to dedicate more time to training, to putting together, training programs like our 21-day kickstart and our, what was some of the self-propelled training, or the training that we did on running free challenge groups or push to diamond groups. So we've done a lot. If you look at all these accomplishments and our team recognitions and our new resources like our team website and our YouTube channels and stuff like that. So it's been a very productive year, and I look forward to having another or even better year in 2016. It's okay if you don't utilize all these resources yourself. It's fine if you have your own team training or whatever. These are just out there for our team to utilize if you want to. So, I just wanted to put that together, because I was just, going through in my head and thinking about all the things that we did, and there was so much that I just wanted to document it. And then I ran a report to pull the team leader ranks, and this is everyone that was Emerald and above on our team, just to see how many leaders we've had, because I never did this before. And it's amazing that we have almost 300 emeralds on our team, a team of 2,000. We have 5 rubies, 52 diamonds, and these are lifetime ranks, by the way, not current ranks, okay? 52 diamonds, 7 1-star diamonds, 6 2-star diamonds, and I list them there: Jason, CK, David, Leah. 2 3-star diamonds. We have Coach Mark and Corey. We have a 6-star diamond, Christina, and 8-star diamond, myself. So we have a lot of amazing leaders. Everyone, on this list is a leader, whether you're a team of 2 or you're a team of 2,000, it doesn't matter. You're still a leader on this team. So, I definitely look forward to these numbers growing in 2016, and let's see where we go from here. Now I'm going to show you, look at just the new emeralds that we got in 2015. So out of that 300, 169 new emeralds popped in 2015. Now, you probably can't, read everyone's name in there. There was, 169 of them. But, I just kind of put them there as, just to show the magnitude of all the people that we had that went emerald. When we get to ruby, we had 4 rubies 4 people that went ruby in 2015. Sarah, Allison, Larry, and Brent. So congratulations if you guys are on the call. Now diamonds, I was kind of shocked that we had 30 people that went diamond this year. So out of the 52, 30 went diamond. What's that? That's like 60%, So I can't wait to see what 2016, we're going to have, 100 diamonds or more on our team. I won't read every single diamond, but you can see all the diamonds that we had there. Um, and Christina and myself, we went diamond again in our third business center. Oh, let me mute Lori here. Okay, next we have 6 new one-star coaches. Brian Roca, Monica Palmer, Stephen Donnelly, Ashley Amaya, Michael Lamb, and Lisa Torre. So congratulations to all you guys who went 1-star this year. 4 2-star diamond coaches, Christina Beauvais in her second business center, Caroline Kelly, CK, and David Kirby and Leah Hennefeld. And we had 1 3-star diamond, Corey McAllister. So congratulations, Corey. And then I went elite, so you guys saw that today. Thank you, Scott, for posting that and creating that awesome picture. But I just want to share with you guys, my my goals that I had for this year, and some of my accomplishments. It's I'm not trying to brag, but I had 49 new coaches, because you guys wonder, like, what does it take to be an elite coach, right? I mean, I had 49 new coaches this year. I had 3 new diamonds. I was ranked 282 out of 40,000, and my pay increased 33%. Okay, so that's if you're looking to go elite, if that's one of your goals, then that's you need to set some high goals for yourself about the number of coaches that you want to recruit, the number of Success Club points. I've been in Success Club now for 45 months in SC5, and SC10 for 12 months. So, just set those really high goals for yourself, and it will definitely pay off. And like I said, elite was never even on the radar for me this year. I was totally focused on building my team, building my coaches, team growth, and it just happened naturally. So what are my goals for this coming year? I want to get 4,000 coaches on our team. I want to double our team again this year. I would like to be elite in 2016. I want to be an all-star legend. I'm currently an all-star 10 all-star, but I want to be a legend. That would make me 24 months in a row. So I encourage you guys to all shoot for legend, whether it's a SC5 legend or an SC10 legend, because that'll get you on stage recognition in Summit, and it will also do wonders for your business. So I would like a 50% pay raise. I would like to get up an hour earlier every day. So that's one of my goals. And so I want to get up earlier, and I want to work less. I want to be a 10-star diamond this year. I want to get my page likes up to 3,000, and I want to spend more time with the family and take more vacations. So I want to work less, spend more time doing the things that I want to do, because that's what this business is about, right? It's about letting us create a life that we want to create, so that we can spend more time doing what we want to do, and that's kind of the whole purpose. So that was just a quick recap for you guys. I just wanted to recap like what our team has done, what an amazing team we have. What are my goals? What am I driving for? What I'm pushing our team for? Because if you don't know where the leader wants to go, then how can you help him get there, right? So I also want to share, or I want you guys to hear from other leaders on the team, and you're going to hear from all these leaders, and they're going to talk about their goals as well, and share what they're doing to hit their goals, to give you some concrete examples. And just so you know where we're going is just like that goal board that I shared here, this goal board or vision board. I want every single person on this call to create a goal board, okay? So I'm going to create a thread in the group, in the Engage group, And I want you guys to create your goal, based upon, dreaming big for this year. Because if you dream small, you're going to hit small goals. If you dream big, then you're going to really go after it, and you're really going to push yourself. And even like if you shoot for the moon and you miss, you're still going to hit the stars. So dream big, put big goals down for yourself. And they don't all have to be business related. They could just be personal goals, personal development goals, stepping out of your comfort zone. So every single person, commit right now that you are going to do this dream board and you are going to post it this week, on our team page. Overcome that fear, because by you doing this, you are committing to it. Because if you just think it in your mind, yeah, I want to be diamond, it ain't going to happen. If you put it on paper and you commit to it in your head, then that's much more, you are much more likely to hit that goal. Okay. And come up with a plan of action of how you're going to do that. Because, if you just come up with goals of like mine, I want to be a 10-star diamond, or I want to be, a 50% pay raise. If I just keep doing the same things that I've been doing, then I'm not going to hit that. Okay. I always need to be pushing myself in coming up with new things. So if you have a goal to be diamond and you're just coasting along, not hitting Success Club, do you think you're going to get diamond? No. So what are you going to do to step outside your comfort zone this year? What are you committing to do to hit those goals that you're going to put on your vision board? Okay, so think about that. Think about 1 or 2 things that you're going to start doing this year that is going to drive you towards your goals that you're going to put. All right, so Jason, why don't we start with you?
All right.
I will stop sharing so you can share.
All right, let me know once you can see the screen. All right, can you see the smart screen there?
Yep.
All right, great. So for those of you guys that don't know me, I'm Jason Wagner, 2-star diamond coach here at with Team Engage. I guess I'm probably one of Greg's first coaches, maybe somewhere in his first 10 that he signed up way back in 2011. Before I get into my goals, I wanted to talk about goals in general and how they need to pertain to you. So I put my picture on this little storyboard here because I had a goal last year that I failed at, and so I'll get to that in a minute. And actually, it was PR in personal record in a marathon of mine. But again, I have to question myself now: was it attainable in the short time frame that I wanted to achieve that? So I'm just going to run through these things first. SMART goals must be specific: who, what, when, why, which. Again, you've got to be able to define that goal as much as possible, articulate it with ambiguous language. Who is involved? What's it going to take? Where will you get it done? How will you get it done? Why you're doing it? It must be specific. So again, if you're talking about a 35% increase in pay, again, you must be specific. You got to have a number. You got to know how you're going to get there. Again, what type of things is that going to take? It must be measurable. From what to what. So if you know you made $5,000 this year or $10,000 this year, and you want to make $13,500 next year, as you can see, I did the easy math there by using 10,000 instead of 5. If you want to do that, if that's your goal, 35%, it's got to be measurable. So again, where did you start? Where are you going? Can you track the progress? Obviously, we can, because if it's a monetary value, something like that, you can track that. If it's an amount of coaches, you can track that. Most of our goals, ideally, when it comes to the business side of it, you will be able to track. Whether it's a spreadsheet going into your Coach Online office, whatever it may be, you should be able to track it. Again, how much, how many, how will I know when my goal is accomplished? Again, because you have to have that end number. Again, if it's $10,350, you'll know when that end number is accomplished if you run it on a spreadsheet. Is it attainable? Again, that's an important goal. If you have currently 4 personally sponsored coaches, and you want to add 62 personally sponsored coaches this year. Is that reasonable? Maybe, if you've got a system in place to add 62 personally sponsored coaches. But if you don't have a system in place, and again, like Greg said, you're just doing the same things over and over again, Success Club 4 one month, maybe 7 the next, maybe 0 the next, maybe it's not attainable. So you've got to realize what an attainable goal is for yourself. And again, back to my marathon that I ran a month ago. Again, I tried to set my personal record, but I was training in a short window of time in order to get that. All the other parts of the acronym fell into place, but it was too aggressive of a run, and the last 2 miles I bombed. So, but again, your goal must be attainable. If we go back to the 35% pay increase, again, that is a very attainable goal for any coach in the network, from somebody who signs up today to the top coach of the network. Now, if you're a brand new coach, if you're kind of wondering, what is a monetary goal that I can have? If you're a brand new coach, and let's say you've been a coach for, say, 4 months, there's no reason that your next full year as a coach, you should be able to increase your income by 400, 500, 600% that first year. Because that projection of your first year, that potential projection, is very high. It's an extreme graph. As you get further along in your Beachbody coaching career, it peaks a little bit, so it's maybe that 35 to 40%, 20 to 40%. But those first couple of years, it's an extreme slope up that mount where you can increase, again, 100, 200, 300, 400% those first couple of years. I know I was able to do it. I know Greg was able to do it his first couple of years, and that really builds your system. But again, it's got to be attainable. You've got to do things that get you outside of that box to get there. Again, you can't just keep on trudging along the same way, doing 1 post a week and hoping something happens. Your goals must be relevant. They got to be worthwhile. Is the goal worthwhile, and will it meet your needs? Again, so if it's to sell 6 challenge packs a month, and in doing that, you're going to increase your commissions, increase your coaches, increase other things within your network. Again, it is relevant. It's something that's of importance. And again, so selling 6 challenge packs, getting Success Club 12 or 10 every month, that is relevant in building this business. So your goal has to have something, a plausible cause and effect to this business. Don't pick a goal for the year as a Beachbody coach that's not really going to help you in the business. So if the goal is to, I can't think of an irrelevant goal, but make sure you have all relevant goals in the business. And again, those things, again, are monetary things. Maybe it's fan base, your followers. Maybe it's creating a like page. Maybe it's adding 10, 12, 14, 20 new coaches. Those are all relevant things that will make you successful in the business. Now I have to shrink this a little bit because the pictures are covering up my little acronym here. Timely. When? Your objection should have an end date. So maybe it's by the end of the year. Maybe some of these goals are going to be by Summit or by April or by September, whatever they may be. But you've got to have an end date to all of your goals. So again, what we'd like you to have is a goal, a set of goals for the entire year. But it doesn't hurt to have little incremental goals along the way. So maybe if your goal is 12 new coaches by the end of the year, maybe a good goal is to have 7 by July or 7 by Summit, something like that. Again, I say 7, not 6, because that way you get ahead of the game, and that's always important. And you can always adjust your goals as you go, but they have to be timely. They've got to have a start and an end date. So that being said, I'm going to shrink this off, and I'm going to give you my goals and then pass the baton to the next person that will be talking about goals. So these are my goals. And again, this is on my screen, on my computer. So I see this every single day when I turn my screen on. When I shrink down my windows, it's there. It's going to remind me every single day. So my 2016 goal board is I want to sign 24 new coaches this year. I'm successful in this business. Last year, I was not successful in signing new coaches. I look behind me on my little board. I only signed 13 last year. And for some of you, you might be like, wow, that's a lot. But again, for me, for my goals, that was not acceptable. I've already got 2 so far this year. That's a good short-term goal, is 2 a month. Obviously, 2 a month will get me to my 24. So I have my short-term goals also of 2 a month. Success Club 10, All-Star Legend. Currently, I am at about, I don't know, 16, 17, 18 months, something like that. I need 24 months as Success Club 10 to become an all-star legend. That's important to me for many reasons. It's nice to get on stage on Summit, though I don't know if I'll get on stage. There's a couple times I've skipped that before. But what Success Club 10 gives me, is relevant, is I get Success Club Shakeology leads every month. An example, this month, I've already gotten 2 free Shakeology customers. One on the first of the month and one today. That's a very important thing. It's relevant to my business to continue to get Success Club 10 every single month. And that's a compound effect, because I've still got one customer from 4 years ago. My first Shakeology lead is still getting Shakeology to this day. That's like 48 months. It's crazy that this person, they don't want to be a coach. They want to be left alone. I think they've unfollowed me and everything, but they still are getting Shakeology. That is a crazy, crazy, crazy compound effect from that one person from getting Success Club, and I got assigned to them. 35% increase in income. That's my goal for this year. I made 35 last year. I think 35 is a very relevant, very positive goal. And again, like I said, the higher you get, the harder it is actually to increase that number. It's easy earlier on in your Beachbody coaching career. It's harder later on. But if I can get 35, that's going to be a really good number. And again, that's an initial goal. I can tweak that halfway through the year. Let's say I'm already at 20% by the midway of the year. Maybe I bump it up to 50 like Greg's was. But it's a reasonable goal. And again, it's relevant, obviously. I mean, that's the bottom line of the business. That's definitely relevant. 5-star diamond. Again, I've been a bit of a failure this year. That was my goal this year of 2015 was 5-star diamond. I did not achieve it. So it is my goal again. There are things I need to do. There are systems I need to put in place in order for me to achieve them. I know what those systems are. I know what I need to do. And again, being a 5-star is relevant because it increases my business. It increases the volume on my weekly. It allows me to then potentially open up another business center because one of those diamonds is going to be me. So it just increases. It is relevant to the business. Double down my mortgage, not relevant to the business, but again, it's a personal goal, and other things that are on here will help me with that. Obviously, being Success Club 10 All-Star Legend and increasing my income will help me double down my mortgage. Currently, I put a little extra in every month. My goal is in 5 years to completely pay off my mortgage. And in order to do that, I need to start doubling down by the end of the year and kind of do it consistently every single month moving forward. And then family time. Again, money's great. Success is great. Going on trips is great. All that stuff is great. Recognition is great. But it comes down to those 2 people in that picture there are mine. Family is of the utmost importance to me. And again, if all these 5 other things don't matter if I don't get the bottom center one, right? Again, if I screw that up, then what does the rest of it matter? So those are my 2016 goals. And I'm going to pass the torch to Miss Sarah Brett. So Sarah, if you want to unmute, let me unshare. Let's see what I got to do here. Stop share. Okay, I'm sharing, Sarah, so you can start sharing. The lovely Miss Sarah Brett, Success Club 58, 5 days into the month.
All right. Can you see this?
Yep.
Yes.
I think that's as big as it's going to go because I just had to save the image tonight. I kind of forgot to do that. So yeah, this is my goal board. This is the first year I've actually ever done one of these. Yeah, I've like written some things out on just with pen and paper before, but I have to admit that prettying it up like this makes me more excited about everything that's on here because it's super pink and girly, and so I'm immediately someone is mute yourself someone. That might be. Is everyone getting that? Okay. So yeah, having it written or like displayed like this is more exciting, more enticing for me. So everything, most of the goals that are on here tie back to the 3 vital behaviors. So obviously, reading 12 personal development books this year is about personal development. And then the things such as, my Success Club goals for my 20 per month. I want to be an all-star legend, and doing things like upping the likes on my like page to 20,000. Those all kind of revolve around inviting. My goal I had on my goal board, or just written down on pen and paper last year, I do remember writing that I wanted 10,000 likes, and I missed it by about 250. So I am right there at 10,000 just about. So I'm definitely shooting for 20 this year. I want to basically double the number of coaches that I have. I have 25 currently. That's not saying I want 50 new ones this year. It's I want my total to be 50. Going to being proof of the product ties in with my weekly meal plans. I want to be really diligent about the nutrition side of things. Shakeology is obviously incorporated into that. I want to be super fit and look really awesome for my wedding this year. So that's obviously, kicking it into high gear with all of my fitness programs this year. And that continues after May, because I'm not letting myself go. You can hear that. He's listening right in the other room. And then I have some, financial goals on there. I want to pay $10,000 of my student debt. I think I'm still about 50,000 in the hole from undergrad. So if I could pay off about 10,000 of that this year, that would be nice. Pay for our wedding and honeymoon in cash. Obviously, that's a joint effort. I'm not paying for that solo, but definitely the extra, little paychecks every week that I'm getting from Beachbody allow me to throw more into our wedding fund. So we're not going to be putting anything on a credit card for that. And then it's kind of hard to, save for a wedding and a house at the same time. But one of my goals is definitely, as the wedding stuff starts wrapping up and we have that taken care of, I need to switch gears and start throwing that money into our house fund, because that is something that's on the radar coming up here soon. And then I think everything on there. Oh, just like Jason, I missed my goal marathon for this year too by a good old 2 minutes. So definitely I'm going to achieve that this year. No doubt about it. And yeah, so everything on here is a little bit, a little bit personal, a little bit financial, a little bit business wise, but all kind of ties back to me just staying very consistent with the vital behaviors. I'm really excited, I think mostly about the goal of 12 personal development books, because it's absolutely true what everyone says that when things start going downhill or stalling, take a look and see, are you doing the 3 vital behaviors? And I know that in tracking my business over the last year, I do a business activity tracker every day. And when I looked at the trend of it over the last year, definitely in my down months were the months where personal development was not being checked off on a daily basis. So setting that goal is going to help me, stay on track with that. And I know that if I'm on top of my personal development, everything else is going to fall into place for me. So I forget who I'm passing it off next to, but I will just stop and let the next person go.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Christina's going to go next. Christina, are you there?
Myself, right? All right, I had to mute myself. Hold on. Oop, hold on. Am I sharing the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. My screen is a big mess, so sorry. But I'll put it over here. I don't know, can you all see that? Okay, well, that's my dream board for this year. So 2015 for me was definitely a learning year. It kind of was what I need to put in place for this year. I can't say it was a failure. Certainly wasn't a failure, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be. So things that we talk about that, Jason talked about, my goals for my business, and the thing about goals is that you may not achieve your goals, but you want to push yourself. And I can tell you for sure, my first year I made elite, I was a diamond coach and I went 5-star diamond elite. The one thing I did is I wrote it down. So, writing down big goals. My goals they're simple. I mean, they're all about moving forward and helping more people. I want to be a superstar diamond. That's going to take a lot of work. But I got to find the right people. That's all we have to do is find the right people. So those are my goals. Definitely other things, things that Jason talked about moving forward, like business wise, is that I want to increase my like page, my Instagram following. I want to, potentially start a podcast or something of that sort, and things like that. And I want a personal development book, and add to our team coaches. So going with that, I want to hit elite, but it's not really about me. It's really like I want to have our team coaches on stage. I want them hitting goals. I want them going to leadership. I want them doing all that stuff. So, personal goals, I'm going to have a goal of post daily, gratitude journal, improve my faith. I'm really good about signing for online training and not doing it. So my goal is to go through 3 major courses that I have on this. And a big thing is why, we talk about Beachbody and what it can do for you, it being a springboard for your goals. For some people, it's so they can stay home with their kids. For some people, it's to pay off loans. I mean, Beachbody has allowed me to pay off all my student loans. I'm debt-free. It's allowed me to move to Colorado and pursue my dream of becoming a veterinary cardiologist. I'm paying for my residency and classes. The one thing is this big exam I have to pass in June, and then I have another big exam the following year. So Beachbody is basically funding me right now. So that's my big why. And our goal is to improve our team coaches along with Greg as being a leader on this team. Our goal is to help you guys succeed because we want you to succeed more than we ever could. That's the beauty of Beachbody. It's not about how much we do, it's how much we can help you do. So those are kind of my goals. And there's a lot on there, but spending time in doing that is really important. So is that short and brief, Greg?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. How about Scott? You want to go next?
How do I go back? I gotta know how to go back.
You just have to unshare.
I know. This is me and technology. Where is unshare? Hold on. I can go out to the back to the meeting, but it wasn't show me where.
Greg, can't you unshare?
Yeah, can you unshare? I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where it is. I'm trying to go back to the meeting, but
All the way at the top, Christina?
on the top here.
Well,
A meeting.
Up at the top where it says you're viewing your page or where options are, it should be up in there. When you put your mouse up in there, it should pop down.
yeah, do you see options at the top?
I mean,
I see
we're seeing her whole screen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is me. Usually, I've used Zoom before, but I don't know why it says.
Okay, I can share
Greg.
my screen, which will stop sharing your screen.
Okay, thank you, Greg.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
Put it on your vision board, technology.
There you go.
I'm muting myself now.
No problem. Scott, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so let me know when you guys can see my screen.
Yep.
All right, can you see all of my board or is it kind of half eaten up?
No, we can see it.
Okay. Well, guys that don't know me, my name is Scott Gore, and I'm the founding coach of Team Engage. By no means does that mean I'm the best coach here, the top coach here, or, know more than anybody else. Hands down, there are many coaches below me that blow me out of the water, and I'm so thankful for that because they've helped me in major ways over the last few years by, keeping my income, residual income coming in. I got to give, Greg and Christina super big shout outs because they've been amazing coaches for me. And they have really driven this team to be a huge success. Last year, I know we had a lot of success with our coaches. Last year was absolutely a train wreck for me. It was probably the worst year of my adult life. I have been battling chronic injuries that just keep hindering my progress. I have an oppressive job that is just brutalizing me on a day-to-day basis. And that put me into a big state of depression. And I don't know if you guys, I'm sure there's people here that have battled depression before, but and this is a big, scary goal of mine to just broadcast this out to the team. So I may get a little choked up here a little bit. I've been battling this for several months, and it's been very hard for me to get back into being a coach. Number one, I've gained a lot of my weight back. I can't really work out that hard because my injury keeps keeping me back. And so my main goal for this year is to overcome my depression and get out of this shell that I've been in for the last 12 months. And luckily for me, when I first started with Greg and Christina and a few of us other coaches, we ran really hard at the beginning, and I set myself up for success. And when everything came crashing down in 2015, all that success from my prior time and those goals that I set previously kept my money coming into this business. So for you new coaches, for you coaches struggling, that can help you out immensely. So run hard, push hard, set your goals, and try to achieve them. Many of the coaches on this call said, you may fail, but as long as you're failing forward, that's the way to do this. So I want to keep this within my 5-minute time frame here, guys. So I'm not going to go on much more about that. But my 2016 goals are, I'm going to quit my oppressive job, hands down. That it's going to be gone in the next 30 to 40 days. I'm quitting my job. That may mean I will be a full-time Beachbody coach, or maybe that I get a job that requires me to work less hours. Right now I'm working 80 to 90 hours a week. So anything has got to be better than that. And that's going to help me delegate more time to Beachbody. And this is truly what I want to do. So that is my number one objective, is getting out of where I'm at. I want to do more of my mountain biking. Mountain biking is a religion for me. It's my one piece and saving grace of mind. It also helps me attract new people to my business. So it's one of those niche markets that I'm in that I attract people through. I want to become a 5-star diamond. I'm a lifetime 3-star diamond now, but I want to get to 5-star and be a steady 5-star. I want to be able to increase my income by 50%, which is easily doable thanks to Greg and Christina with their monster volume over there. All I have to do is get a little more volume on the other side, and I've easily doubled my income. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys. I want to help more people. I want to be the coach that I was a few years ago. That by helping more people is going to get me into Success Club. The more people I help, the more people that are going to come into the business with me. One of the biggest things in my life right now, my daughter just turned 16. I have to buy my daughter a car, and I'm going to be able to fund that 100% with Beachbody money. So thanks again, Beachbody. Thank you guys for being such an awesome team to allow me to pay for this pretty much cash. So I love it. One other big goal that is going to help me drive my business is to become 100% recovered from my injuries. And this is something that's going to be very hard. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of diligence for me. I have to stop making excuses for the pain that I'm in and just do the little baby steps and not get frustrated and stop and start going back to old habits. So I will fall back onto this team for support to keep me going, keep me motivated, and get me back to where I was when I was a very hot coach in the business. And lastly, I want to spend more time with my family. I want to spend more time camping and being outdoors, hiking, biking, and that sort of thing. Because that's kind of, where I'm at. My niche market is an active lifestyle. And that means outdoors, getting people outdoors, and getting people to join me outdoors. And so that's been a really good business model for me. It continues to do well, even though I'm not really, super active as a coach right now. It really does a lot for me. And the last thing is I want to spend more time with you guys. When me and Greg, Christina, and all started this, we always were in communication, and we saw so much growth with this team. And I want more of that, because that's what built us. That kind of interaction at the beginning, that's what built this team. So all of you coaches on this call, make sure that you're engaged. That's why we're named Team Engage. Stay engaged. Engage with your coaches. Engage with coaches that are not your coaches, and just be part of this team as much as you can, and pass along as much information you can. And this team will grow. We'll hit 4,000 coaches if you guys all do that. So that's my 2 cents. Thanks for listening to my goals. Love you guys. And Greg, it's all yours, man.
All right, thanks, Scott. We are behind you 100%, and we look forward to having you back the whole time. How about Trisha? You want to go next? Trisha, you there?
Sorry, I couldn't find my unmute.
Okay.
I saw my name at the bottom of the list, so I wasn't ready to go next, but I will definitely go next.
Well, I figured I would alternate it, guy, girl, so I'll mix it.
Okay.
So you want me to share your vision?
Yes, please, because I'm just scared my computer will crash if I do it.
Okay, hold on. There you go.
Okay. Alrighty, guys. So here's my vision board for 2016. I am a pretty new coach. I just became a coach last August, so almost 5 months now, and just became Diamond in December. So let's see here. My first goal was to hit 5-star Diamond this year, and do that by hitting my control coach to Diamond. So after seeing the people that have gone before me, that's I guess maybe a lofty goal, but we'll see. That's where I'm going to be aiming for. My monthly Success Club goal is to hit SC10 every month. But as for this year, I can hit SC5 All-Star at my 12-month mark in August. So that'll be my goal, to hit 5 All-Star in August. And set myself up for SC10 All-Star for next year. So I also want to be able to find more business-minded coaches and start my own personally sponsored coach team with like a really awesome culture. A lot of the calls that I attended this past year talked about team culture. So I really want to make that a big focus as I'm growing my team. Like Sarah Brett said about her personal development being so key, as much as I know that that's so important, I noticed that that's like the first thing that I'll like let slip up in my day. If I'll get my nutrition and fitness in for sure, and my invitations in for sure, but sometimes my personal development will be the first thing that I let slide. So my goal is to read 10 personal development books this year. So my own fitness wise, I started the Hammer and Chisel this past week, and I'm on day 3 today, and my goal is to finish the program. I'm used to doing 21-day fix, and so that 3-week, even that 3-week program for me was kind of tricky to do 100%. And so this one being 60 days, I'm a little intimidated, but hopefully I can reach that goal of getting all the way through the 60-day program. So I have a plan to buy a new car and plan an out-of-country trip for my family to go on either this year or next year. I really want to go to Europe. That's like my biggest goal. So that's like driving me in all areas. So that's a big one for me. And so I'm really gonna let's see, I have my list of how I'm gonna reach these goals. So I need to really make a schedule for myself as far as the business, because I kind of just, go day by day, and that's kind of how I do all aspects of my life. So I really just I realize now that things are growing, I need to really make a schedule and work from a list. I hear people saying that every day, but I've just never buckled down and made myself do that. So making a schedule and working from a list are two of my big changes that I'm going to do this year for sure. I need to focus on mastering Facebook ads and hope to increase my Facebook friends. Right now I'm at about 530 or so, and I hope to get to 1,500 is my goal for this year. And staying consistent with my 3 vital behaviors is definitely important, and staying engaged with the team. Like Scott said, that was on my list to do. So, and then finally printing out this vision board to put in my workspace. Hopefully we'll have it be in my face all year round and help me hit all my goals. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So yeah, I mean, Trisha is modest, but I mean, being a new coach, 4 months in the business, she's hit SC10 every single month. She's
almost. I missed
the
it
first 3 months. You became a success starter. You hit diamond in 5 months. I mean, it's just really impressive. And I can tell you one thing that she does, and one of the reasons that I see that she's so successful, because you guys are like wondering, oh, what is she doing? Right? And it's not because she knows more people than you know or whatever, but she immediately came into the business and she started digging and learning as much as she possibly could. She wasn't like the typical coach that I get that I add to like the Kickstart and I never see them. They never comment on any post or anything. Not only did she like dig in and comment on all the posts, but then she went out to YouTube and she was watching stuff from, these top 10 coaches. And she was messaging me, well, Anita Myron says to do this. What do you think about that? And I'm like, you know who Anita Myron is? So, I encourage you guys, if you're serious, if you want to grow this business, if you want to be, successful quickly, dig in, follow these top coaches, check them out on YouTube, check out their blogs, check out their like pages, follow them everywhere so that you just don't, look at their like page. You've got to look at their Instagram. You have to look at their like page. You have to look at their personal page. You have to look at their blog. You've got to look at all aspects of what they're doing so that you can mimic that and be successful like they are. It's not like Anita Myron has, 50, she doesn't recruit 50 coaches a month just by posting on her personal timeline. So think about that, guys. And, the top 10 coaches just came out. Just start following them, look them up, do your homework, start, checking out their YouTube and stuff like that. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out. Thanks, Trish.
Can I say one more thing?
Yep.
So I never really thought about that, like how I started, like you just said, but I saw some people in the chat, that said they're like 4 days into being a coach or whatever, and that they're really excited. And I kind of like brought me back to how I felt like when I first started. And, like when I first started, it was like really scary and you have all this skepticism, like starting out, but for sure, like the more and more you like look at these top coaches and see the successes that other people are having, that skepticism can go away faster. And then like what's possible with the company and with the business, and it can help you like, just be that much more focused from the beginning. So,
Awesome.
All right, that's all.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Brian, you want to go next?
Sure, I'll go. Thanks, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Good?
Yes.
Okay. Before I talk about my vision board and some of my goals, I just want to say one thing. thank you all the coaches who are sharing their vision. Scott, thank you so much for sharing that and your story. I want to, when you were sharing that, it brought me back to the first time that I met you. I don't know if you remember, but it was the first Success Club trip that I went on, which was 2 years ago, which was the Beachbody Cruise. And it was the first big event that I've ever been to I was still a new coach. So it was the first like huge event. And at the time I had some family issues going on. My wife and I were actually separated at the time. And I went on this cruise and it was just overwhelming, so intimidating. And you were the first person that I met, and you recognized me. I didn't even recognize you in line waiting to get our or show our passports and all that stuff. And right away you made me feel part of the family. So I just wanted you to know that, and I really appreciated that. And then you went and you introduced me to everybody else, and it was just, and I had a great time there. So I want to thank you for that. I don't know if you remember that. All right. So this is my vision board. These are some of my goals kind of really thrown in there. I actually have all my goals written out with an outline. I'm kind of, emerald personality like that. So this was kind of tough putting this together, but so I tried my best here. Basically, something that Jason talked about, and touch on real quick, was that growth that you have as a coach. And you were on point, Jason, because my first year as a coach, everything was moving, steadily right up. That line was like, that angle was great. My business was getting up there, and it was that, like you talked about, that 100% increase, and I hit diamond at the end of my first year as a coach. And then my second year was also kind of like that, going up and up. And then towards the, end of that, towards like, I'm going on 3 years now being a coach. So probably this past summer, I hit that plateau, and I dipped down and it wasn't growing like that. And it was really frustrating. And I had a lot of goals for 2015 that I fell short of. Lots of different signing up coaches, and I was 5-star diamond by the end of 2015, and I didn't reach that. But so many other amazing, wonderful things happened during that year. Like I did have 3 diamonds that in my down, not all at the same time. So that's why I couldn't hit those 2-star, that 3-star diamond. But so many, I did sign up, a lot of coaches and met so many new people. So it was, a really successful year, even though I didn't hit some of those financial goals, that I set for myself. So dreaming big, once again, 2016 here. And that goal is there to hit 5-star diamond. First goal is to hit 2-star diamond again and stay there so I can be a lifetime 2-star diamond and then start moving up from that. So that's my first goal of 2016. My second goal at the end once again, is to be a 5-star diamond coach. How am I going to do that? Easy, not easy, but it goes back to the fundamentals, and we talked about them tonight. The 3 vital behaviors. Am I doing the 3 vital behaviors consistently all the time? So that is something that I really got to focus on. And what I have to do is build my team, coach development, be more of a leader, learn how to be more of a leader with my team. I have, a great team of coaches now. We get together, we share. I love them, but there's always going to be room for improvement. And that's what I need to focus on in 2016. How do I take that to the next level and do what Greg was saying, was to do things different, think outside the box, try different things, and just have excitement and passion, for it. So I'm going to do that I want to increase my coach signups by 25%, and that's at least adding 4 new coaches every single month. I want to work on my wife's business center. I consider that my second business center, to build up to get her to diamond. She's almost there, so close. So that'll be another one of those diamonds that's going to help me get to 2-star and help me get to 5-star. And one thing that I struggled with that I said another goal for 2015 was Facebook and my Facebook presence and being more consistent with that. And I think Christina mentioned signing up for all these trainings, and then not going through with them. And I kind of fall into that too, where, I sign up for everything. So one of my goals is to finish Amy Porterfield's training. I signed up for it when all you guys signed up for it, whatever that was 3 months ago. And I got through module 1. Okay. So that is my goal. I got to finish that training. And then utilize all the tools, everything that I've learned from that training, actually put it into action, to have action. That's one thing that I try to teach all of my coaches is it's great to learn everything. It's great to be a part of all these calls. But if you are not putting it into action, if you're loading the gun and you're not pulling the trigger, things will not happen. So you got to pull that trigger. Personally, if I'm hitting these goals, what do I want to do? My wife and I, we love to travel. Okay, that's the one major thing. We haven't been able to do that in our life very much. So now with this opportunity, it's going to allow us to be able to do that. And our first destination that we've always wanted to go is Hawaii. So that is the goal right now, is to do that this year in 2016. British Columbia is the second one. My wife wants to do that, take a cruise, go on the mountains, skiing. So let's see here. Elite Success Club 10, we all have that goal. We all have that goal. I want to be a Success Club 5 legend. One of the things that, I kick myself in the butt all the time is I would be Success Club 5 legend right now. I would be 36 months in a row next month. But I missed 1 month in there hitting Success Club 5. That totally, wiped that out. So I can't look back on it. Just got to move forward. Success Club 10 All-Star. I have 1 more month to go, and I'll hit that goal, and I want to continue that goal throughout 2016. And personal development too. I kind of slacked off on that towards the end of the year. Need to get back in on that. I let that roller coaster, the entrepreneur roller coaster, and the roller coaster of my moods and everything, my frustrations, kind of get the best of me towards the end of the year. So that's got to stop in 2016. Like I said, I got to hit personal development, and I just got to learn. I got to grow more as a person. I got to grow. I got to be a better leader. I want my team to do so much. I want my team to be, with me on all of these trips, to be with me. I want to see them on stage like Christina talked about. So that all comes down to being the leader that I want to be, and develop the coaches. I want them to experience, the success that I had or that I'm having and had, and experience success that this business opportunity can give to you. I want to make that happen for them. So that's a huge goal of mine in 2016. So that's it for me, and I don't know who's next, but I'll give it back to Greg.
Okay, last but not least is Ashley Amaya.
All right, I think I unmuted myself, so let me see if I can get this share screen thing to work.
Thanks a lot, Brian.
All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so I left this up. I'm going to present it in a second, but I wanted to open up this screen because it shows the 2 Prezzies that I made, one for 2015, and I didn't complete it. I completed some of the little circles that I'm going to show you, and some of my goals are the same, and some of them I've changed. But the reason why, as I go through, I didn't meet some of my goals in 2015 is because I didn't complete my dream board. I didn't keep it in front of me all the time. I didn't keep going back to it. I didn't make small goals to actually achieve those. I just said, yes, I'm going to do this. This is what I want. And then I didn't do anything to really get there. I just thought it would happen. And so that is one of the big things that I'm going to change this year. I'm going to make sure that I set small goals on a weekly basis and on a monthly basis to make sure that I meet my goals that I've set this year. Okay, can you guys see the whole thing? Oh, you're probably all muted.
Looks good.
I'm going to go ahead and just start. It should go to each little section, and I have it kind of sectioned off with the, well, I had it started with the vital behaviors first. So let me see if I can start it over. I really like Prezi because you can make it like one big picture, but then you can kind of go into each little section. So I started out my goals with the 3 vital behaviors first because I know that I need to work on myself to actually be able to grow my team and help my team succeed. So I want to work toward my personal health goals. I've been through some really trying 2 years. I got diagnosed with PCOS and trying to lose weight after I gained weight, after losing weight, and really trying to be the coach that I wanted to be and show people that this really did work. Continuing to do my workouts, but it not working for me was really, really hard. So now that I've gotten kind of my own way of eating and the way that I have to do my workouts to get my body to work for myself, I've set some goals that I'm going to work toward this year. My next goal is to read 2 personal development books every month. That's something that I didn't do last year. I would start a book and not finish it. I would get into a book and I would finish it all the way, but then I would not really put anything into practice. I would be like, oh, that was a great book. And then that would just be that would be the end of it. So I wasn't really growing, even though I was reading. So that one of my goals is to really, really dive into personal development. And also, I didn't put it on here, but I have some relationship goals with my husband. So we're actually going to work together on some relationship personal development or relationship development books so we can better our relationship too. And then I personally want to help 200 people get healthier. That's not just challenge packs. That's in our clean eating groups, help them just cook healthier for their families, get started on workout programs, and then maybe eventually get into Shakeology. But I personally want to touch 200 lives this year. And so that kind of goes to the inviting process. And so those are the 3 vital behaviors that I'm really going to focus on. And I want to help add 300 coaches to our downline, so that will help everybody else's goals of doubling the coaches in Team Engage. We have, I think my coach online office is saying that we have 85 in my downline. So that would be, I guess, essentially more than tripling the numbers. And then as far as my goals that are, I'm a Success Club 5 All-Star Legend. I hit Legend in October, November. So this year I've set that I want to hit Success Club All-Star. Last month I didn't hit Success Club 10. I was 3 months in a row and I missed it. So it would be starting this month. So by December I would hit it. And then I want to increase my Facebook like page to 10,000. I'm about halfway to maxing out my Facebook friends. And I know when I get to that point that I need to start expanding my network. And the only way to really, really start doing that is to start working your like page a whole lot more. So I really want to work on my like page this year. And then a goal that's not necessarily for my business, but it will drive my business because of the way that our St. Louis Market Council works, is to really work with our Market Council to grow our region of coaches and the events that we have here and bringing trainers to the area. I think it will help grow my base of coaches in my local area. But also, they're kind of like a huge group of success partners for me. And so we're like a sounding board for each other, and some of our market council meetings end up being, well, what's going on in your team, and what's going on in your team, and what's working for you. And so I really want to put some more time into the market council and just working with them. So I think we officially started in February of last year, so it's been almost a year, and my business has grown since working with them. And just some fun kind of goals. I want to travel. I've never been to New York. That was on my goal board last year, is to get to New York, but we ended up going to Houston to see my husband's family. I want to go back to Dallas because they have several coaches in Dallas, so I want to get down there for a training. I know that there's probably some Beachbody coaches doing trainings that are not Super Saturday weekends, so I want to get down there for something like that. Obviously go to Nashville, and then my husband and I want to take our girls and his nephews to Disney World this year. And obviously we would use Beachbody to pay for all of that. So, and then my last goal, it circles around freedom. I left my full-time job last December, and November of 2015 is when I left. And I actually had a goal to leave the year before, and my business kind of stalled and I couldn't leave. And I stopped myself, and kind of like Scott, I had a job that it wasn't fun anymore. It wasn't something that I enjoyed. It was every day it was hard to get up out of bed to go to work because lots of reasons, not just that I wanted to stay with my kids, not just because I really wanted to do Beachbody more, but it just wasn't fulfilling to me anymore. And so me and my husband made a decision, not that my Beachbody income is completely covering my salary that I was making there, but it's getting pretty close. I think this year we can meet it, and I have goals of exceeding it, but I just needed to leave. And so that's a big drive for me, is just that freedom to be able to do that. I've always been the person that has made people happy and did everything that was expected of me. And so that was a huge leap. And then I also want to pay off our car loan and pay for our summit trip in cash, pay for all the other traveling trips in cash, and pay off all of our credit cards this year. So, and then everything that I've talked about will lead me into growing my rank as a coach. I have a goal of hitting 2-star diamond in the month of March of this year. And then I want to hit 5-star diamond before summit, and I want to be elite in December 2016. So I want to read this because I really think it speaks about leadership, and I want it. And this is something that I'm going to have on my computer and read every day. It says, your gifts are not about you. Leadership is not about you. Your purpose is not about you. A life of significance is about serving those who need your gifts, your leadership, and your purpose. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Ashley.
You're welcome.
I like that Prezi. I've never used it.
I love Prezi. It's really cool, and you could just make a picture out of it too. So you just take a screenshot and it's a picture, and then it's done. So
That's cool. Okay. You brought up something I would just want to remind everybody before I let everybody go. Super Saturday. If you guys hopefully know what Super Saturday is. If you don't, talk to your coach about it. I'm sure that there's one located by you. If you're not aware, Super Saturday is this Saturday or Sunday, depending upon what day it is in your area. But to find the Super Saturday near you, just go into the coach online office, go under training, events, Super Saturday. And it'll bring up a map, and you can zoom in and you can find all the ones that are located near you. So everyone, please find one. I mean, it will change your business. Trust me. Going to these local events, meeting people, meeting other coaches, getting involved, volunteering like Ashley did, and joining the council and stuff like that can explode your business. So definitely do that. The other thing is, remember, everybody needs to do a goal board. So raise your hand if you are going to do a goal board, this week, and post it, because I'm going to get a screenshot. All right. I'm gonna remember that you've raised your hand. All right. Got it. So thanks for attending, guys. Thanks all the speakers, all the leaders. You guys, everybody did an amazing job in 2015. Let's kill 2016, all right? Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.